Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about my labor delivery with my baby number 2. And I just want to talk about the stuff that I did not talk about in my previous video. And if you want to see that video, it will be in the little icon above. I don't know which side it is. So let's start from the beginning. It was Friday night. Me and my boyfriend and his dad went to the movies to go see a movie. And we were halfway through the movie. That's when I barely started getting contractions. The contractions weren't that close. They were like 8 to 10 minutes apart, but I was still fine. They were like not so strong or anything. They were really mild. So I just stayed watching the movie and it ended. Yeah, I just went home, went to sleep, and then around like 5 in the morning, almost 6, I started getting more contractions again because they went away when I went to sleep. They started getting closer. They were 6 to 7 minutes apart, and I just stayed home till almost 10 in the morning, and this is already Saturday morning till 10 in the morning because that's when my contractions started getting like 2-3 minutes apart. And I went to the bathroom and I saw the Salamicus plug come out. So we get all the stuff in the car and we had to leave Lydia with her grandpa, and we go to the hospital. We get there and then they send us to a room where they check how far I'm dilated, and they told me I was 4 centimeters dilated, so I get to stay there. Then they took me into the room where I was gonna have the baby. They just put the little monitor thing for my contractions, then for the heartbeat for the baby, and then they put the IV in, and yeah, and then 2 hours later I was 6 centimeters far apart, and I had to get the little ball in between my legs because his head was facing down. No, his head was facing up instead of down. So the nurse came in and checked if his head has rotated, and it hasn't, so they just said that they were going to keep the ball there longer. Asked if they had a muscle relaxer. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't remember what it's called actually. But they put it in your IV and it relaxes your muscles. They didn't want to put it because it would have to be in there an hour before he comes out, and they didn't want to risk it. I did not take anything, and then she came back in like an hour later and told me to take a shower, a warm shower, and probably it'll help relax my muscles and help the baby rotate its head. So that's what I did. I was in the shower for like 30-40 minutes, and I just had to get out because I felt more pressure down there that I couldn't handle be standing anymore. So I got out, and the nurse came right when I got out, already changed, and she checked me, and I was already 9 centimeters. So the shower actually helped me help the baby come more down faster. She told me that if I feel my water break, just to press the button, and or any pressure or anything, or I feel like pushing, just to let her know. Literally 10 minutes later, my water breaks. Press the button, I let her know, and then she came back, checked if my water did break, and it did. It's just not all of it, so she broke it more, so all of it could be broken. She called in the doctor and everything, and then I was already ready to push before the doctor even got there, and the nurse said, you can push, you can push if you want, if you feel like you need to. And I felt him coming already, like trying to come out. So I just started pushing without the doctor there, and then the doctor came, and then I just did like 2 more pushes when the doctor came, and he came out at 5:34 in the afternoon that same Saturday. And then when it was time for the placenta to come out, the placenta was still up high, so they had to scrape it out of there, and that was like the worst feeling ever than pushing out the baby, honestly, because they had to literally scrape out the placenta, which I lost a lot of blood from, and then they stitched me up. I ripped the same as I did with Lydia, so I did not rib more or any less. It was the same. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I was so hungry during the whole time that I was at the hospital. I did not eat anything, not even before I left the hospital, which that was a mistake. I should have ate before I left, at least something small. And when they weighed him, he weighed 7 pounds 13 ounces, and he was 19.5 inches long, almost the same as Lydia, but Lydia was 19 inches. Right before I was gonna go to the postpartum room, I went to the bathroom and I almost fainted because of the blood that I was losing. So I had to sit down, and they put me a wet towel on my head, and I just had to sit down for a little bit, but I was fine. Then I went to the postpartum room, and then yeah, I just stayed with my baby. Didn't really sleep because all the nurses come in and come in almost every hour. Yeah. And I still don't really sleep because I wake up to him every 2 hours, and then I stay up after Lydia's awake, which she kind of wakes up late now. And here's Mom, and here's Noah. Sorry if I look terrible. Well, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that bell notifications to get notified whenever I post it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!